are we as the youth so much unemployed? This extends to even graduates, people who have diplomas and all type of qualifications, the degrees, sometimes honors. They are unemployed. So let's try to check at why are we unemployed as the youth.
The topic was well introduced. The crisis that we do have is a rising in unemployment. As if you could check from the previous year and to date, it has risen by close to 3%, if approximately I'm correct.
Instead of having people do internships, why don't we just hire people? And that whole way companies require experience, but no one is willing to give us the experience. When I am qualified for a job, hire me and trust. While you want this experience, get somebody to give me the experience, and then I'll work in the company and help the company grow, or give me the necessary skills while I am in your employment, instead of waiting for someone else who also want experience from me.
You know, if I want to be a soccer player, teach me how to be a soccer player from grade 1. You know, don't tell me about how Jafar came to South Africa and whatever. So my point is practical work from grade 1 until grade 12, even university. You know, I think I have experience where when the time I decided to study journalism, then my parents would say, okay, there's no work in journalism, why don't you go for teaching? Mm-hmm. You know, it's because I did not get enough information from my primary. Yes, exactly. You know, yes. So I'm saying, you know what? Teach me, give me all the information. When I go to a higher learning institution, I know what I'm going to study. I've researched enough.
Some people find themselves in situations where they rather would have not been if there were opportunities provided. So it's quite unreasonable. You'll even see with job posts, they want 10 years worth of experience and you must have your own car, blah blah. But where am I supposed to get all of these things? You know, so yeah, graduates are very demotivated.
We need accountability from this woman, Lindy Wezulu, first of all, of small, medium enterprise, because we've got two departments that are in contradiction. You've got your economic development that continues to bring profit to your Pick n Pay's ShopRite, while these small businesses near crossing are now falling apart because of this Pick n Pay and your ShopRite, because everyone will go to Pick n Pay and these ones aren't making money. And that's a very big problem that we also have in society that is crippling our economy as well. Yeah, I think basically we need to develop skills that are going to make us create new technologies so that there are jobs, because we can have entrepreneurial skills, but if we don't have something to sell, there won't be jobs.
So I think it's more of how we empower ourselves. If we feel there's something that needs to be changed, those people can change it. They have everything they need. They have money, they have positions, they have power. They are almost done with life. So if we feel education needs to be decolonized, let's take it upon ourselves, like China did. China took it upon themselves. Zimbabweans took it upon themselves to make sure that land is being expropriated back to their rightful owners. Let's, from the ground, if we depend on those people, we're not going to succeed. That's what I think. We need to equip ourselves, empower ourselves. I like what, for instance, what Mo Atmai would be doing in most cases, which is to go around trying to get experience, doing interviews, presenting, and everything. It means people are starting to see that we need to equip ourselves.
In 10 years' time, I'm not going to be youth. You know, what we're fighting for now is that the youth of tomorrow can have prosperity, because we're all going to have kids. We want them to grow up in a country that, you know, we believe in. I mean, I believe that South Africa has what it takes to be one of the greatest countries in the world. I believe that we can feed the world as the little corner of Africa. But I just feel like change is needed. You know, we just need to feel, I mean, we need to think about tomorrow. We need to always be thinking about our implications, because the policies and the initiatives right now, they all look good right now, but they haven't done anything for us now, where we're sitting at this point.
I think I've seen it on social media where they ask if white people ever go for internships, or is it just us? And I became cognizant of that. To be honest, I haven't really seen or heard either one of them talking about internships and stipend. They just move from high school, go directly to being a CEO at some company or holding a very important position.
My name is out there. Everyone knows me. My name, but still today, we don't have money. We can't have money. Access to government for us is like, these ones, they want to bring us trouble. And actually we are bringing solutions, but they don't see it that way. And now money is a challenge to us. And that money, we expect it from them. Those people who say that, we expect it from them. We are empowering ourselves, believe it or not. But are we going to sustain it without money?
True. But I think part of the problem, and I think you have raised it in that, because we do have incentives that have been created. I think there's one we call Youth Employment Services. It takes youth from 18 to 29 years old. It gives them experience in private companies. Yes, it is an initiative, but it does not really curb the problem, because immediately after that particular training, because government places in tax incentives so that these people are trained within these companies and gives them half of the money from its coffers. But it does not really speak to the crisis, because immediately after that, we have a majority of people who are trained but still don't find employment in our society. And this is purely an issue of race. We can't run away from it. It is a system that has been put in place during the apartheid era and still manifests itself even today. We don't only see it here, we also see it in the United States of America. And I'm not going to blame the quality of education, because the quality of education in the US is high class. But black people, because of the position they were placed in the past, are unable to upwardly go mobile. Like she said, it's quite correct. The places we grow up under, the circumstance we find ourselves in, are the ones that are causing us not to be able to liberate ourselves from the poverty that we find ourselves in. Stats would tell you each and every year, first years in university drop out. 40% of first years drop out because they can't cooperate with the university learning. It's difficult for them, and those are black people in particular. Now that would tell you in essence that there had been a problem back there. Because of where they come from, it has been difficult for them to survive.
And women empowerment also, that I need to stress that women are not given any chance. So I say we empower women, we empower youth, we empower the nation, and it starts with the top officials there. The top officials are the youth of yesterday. They liberated this country, right? And they're not giving us a chance to do that today. So hence you find that things are not going as they should be.
The problem is that, I think that this is a feeling that I've had for a very long time, and people are against it. We need to push the restart button on this country. Start from ground level, root one, change everything, because nothing has gone right since '94. We've basically taken a corrupt state and thought that we can just tweak a few things and run it. And we've done nothing different to what the pre-apartheid government has done, besides all the brutally murders and the killings. So I just think that if we could somehow constitutionally restart the country and say, okay, this is the way forward, let's get a new direction, new people. Because obviously nothing has worked in the past 24 years I've been alive.